What's up with y'all, man? Listen, I got the camera switched out, put my GH5 up, took the Sony down, and the GH5 is looking good. It's a little bit off. It's not level, clearly. But that's something I could work on a little later. A little later, you know. It's looking nice though. I will say that. The lighting though. Let's dim it a little bit. Okay. Woo shit! Stream life! Stream life. Stream life. Oh boy. What up? Say hi to Biggie. Biggie gotta say hi. Every stream. Yo, big ass. This motherfucker's getting huge. Look at Biggie. Meet Biggie, y'all. Say what up. Say what up. Say what up to the fam. Show him your chain. Show him your chain. Okay, all right. Rude. Anyway, we streaming on YouTube. We streaming on Twitch. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in Wednesday morning. This is a test stream. I'm not really here to do anything, say anything, play anything. I will probably talk about a few topics or something that's on my mind if it comes up, but I'm on a battery right now. I'm not plugged into an actual dummy battery which can supply power to the camera. So at any given minute, this camera's battery is gonna fucking die a horrible death on the middle of my stream. Prepare yourselves, okay? Anyway, what's going on, people? What's your Wednesday like? How's your December 2nd treating you thus far? Drinking tea. I'm a tea drinker. I don't drink coffee. I used to drink coffee back in the day. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. I used to drink coffee. I used to drink coffee all the fucking time. I used to work the graveyard shift at the post office, and I would drink coffee and eat vending machine chocolate chip cookies. Those little famous Amos, man, those famous Amos will get you fucking through, okay? All the sugar and fructose in them bitches perk you right up. What's happening on Twitch? Nothing. Not a single person's on the Twitch stream. Everybody's on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Shout out all my YouTube fam. What's up? Let me know where you're coming from. Let me know something. You know, be vocal. You can. You have a keyboard in front of you, I'm sure. Virtual class right now, so you're chilling. First of all, virtual classes, I couldn't imagine being a teacher today. Like, straight up. How do you know? Like, I could literally just do this shit and, like, say, yeah, I'm here, Mrs. Avery. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm beating my dick watching porn. But I'm listening, Avery. I'm listening. You just hear this shit. I'm studying. I'm just trying to write. I'm looking for my pencil, Miss Avery. Looking for my pencil, that's all. And they come back and they all fucking sweaty and satisfied. Rhode Island. Shout out Rhode Island. Shout out Jersey. Teacher on lunch. Shout out the teacher on lunch. God damn, this is an early lunch. Where could you possibly be? Maybe on the East Coast, I guess. I don't know. Or in another country. Could be that. Anything crazy happening to anybody recently? I've been experiencing a few wild things. You know what I'm saying? I recently, I got out of the hospital recently. I had a crisis and I was in the hospital for like 3-4 days, which is typical if you know me, and especially if you've been a YouTube subscriber for the last few years. But it was you know, one of the lesser experiences, the less extreme, I should say, experiences I've had in the hospital, and it was pretty cool. Thing I'm noticing though, there's some fine ass nurses. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go to the hospital, it's the strangest thing. Like I try my best not to try to get at these nurses. You know what I'm saying? Because they're taking care of me. And I don't want to make them uncomfortable. I don't want to make them feel like they can't take care of me because I'm trying to fuck them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's a what do you do? It's a catch-22. There's a fine nurse coming in. You can, you know, she kind of lets you a little bit into her life. She might tell you something that she did that day and try to converse with you. And like, I don't care what type of guy you are. Like, as soon as you like sense a beautiful woman, like as soon as a beautiful woman starts to engage in conversation with you continuously, you automatically think she's trying to smash. At least that's how I work. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, she's talking to me. She's being really nice. She's not being mean or standoffish. You want to kiss? You know, like, how do you lean in with somebody drawing blood from your arm? You know, like, what do you do? What's the move to make? So I just chill, and I just have a relationship with them in my head as long as they're in the room. And then once they leave the room, they break up with me, and I get all sad and shit. Man, it's crazy when like you see the ass through the scrubs. You know what I'm saying? Scrubs ain't a very thick fabric, but some nurses, man, they just be toting it. You know what I'm saying? Walking in your room, jiggling and shit. It's just like, come on now, how the fuck I'm supposed to focus? You know? I look like the lawyer from The Undoing. Is the lawyer black? And does he do podcasts? Anyway, it's a dilemma I had. Nurses do have bad aim though. Like, let me say this. If you go to the hospital frequently, you'll notice how a lot of nurses just can't hit the vein. You know what I'm saying? If they got to draw blood or get an IV in your arm or whatever, they happen to do this shit 2-3 times. It's like, nigga, find somebody with better aim. And then that kind of just messes with my attraction to them because I'm like, damn, I can't even trust you, bitch. Can't even trust you to do your job. I'm gonna trust you to be my everything. You know? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Any future Mick Mouse vids? No. Listen, I know you guys love those vids, but I got dreams, baby. I got a lot of goals. I got a lot of things I want to do, and they don't all revolve around Mick Mouse vids. Even though I love doing them. Oh boy, you know. Trying to make a feature actually. Yeah, you guys will hear more about that in the future. I'm actually I'm working on a movie right now, and you know it's a long road ahead. I'll say that. No time for Mick Mouse vids in between, but I don't know. Maybe in the future, you know, maybe in the future I'll feel compelled to tell another story through Mick Mouse. When am I coming to Philly? When can anybody come to Philly? You know what I'm saying? We can't even motherfucking travel right now. I am dying to get out of Los Angeles right now. But it's just not possible. Especially with someone with a pre-existing condition. You know motherfuckers that they talk about on the news with pre-existing conditions, you should stay home, be a little extra careful, don't really go out if you have a pre-existing condition because you could possibly die. They're talking about me, goddammit. They're talking about this nigga here. And other people with like diabetes and smoking habits and other issues and health problems. I gotta play it safe. Every time I leave the house, I'm rolling the motherfucking dice. Every time. When I want to go in and out, I'm rolling the dice. Philly needs to come to Cali for sure. I mean, shit, everybody famous from Philly is out here any fucking way. You know, we got Kevin Hart, we got Meek Mill. Who else is from Philly? Rocky? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. What's going on with America right now, man? We can't even fucking move around in this place. You know, we can't even do nothing. Nada. Chinga tu America. Shout out Kid Rhino. Shout out Erica. I see you all the time, Erica. I'll be seeing you comment and stuff. Fuck with you heavy. Glizzy McGuire. Harmony. Crucial. Cherish. Okay, Kid Rhino. Big Brown Food Reviews. Big Brown Food Reviews is like a tongue twister. That, I mean, I don't know if I trust a food review from someone who calls themselves Big Brown. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Big Brown in my food. But anyway, thank you guys for the love. Hippie, I see ya. Yeah, I'm just chilling and streaming. Come to London when all this is over. Yo, I I fuck with London. I was out in London in 2015. I got flown out to London to do a press junket for TED 2. We were in Piccadilly Circus. And first of all, that shit was it was a dope flight. It was the longest flight I'd ever taken at the time. It was 10 hours. And I was amazed at how, like, whenever you pass the bar in London, you would see people standing outside with the drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would stand outside with the beer in London. They drink outside. They drink outside because it fucking rains in London all the time, apparently. And so when there's a sunny day, people come outside to enjoy a beverage with their friend, with their mate. Would you like a beer or IPA and some pigs in a blanket or poached egg? They have a lot of poached eggs in London. I didn't like the poached eggs. I don't like runny eggs, fam. That's the one thing about London I wasn't really fucking with. Plus, the food wasn't seasoned very well. I got to get into the underground. I got to ride the fucking eye of London. I saw Big Ben and all that stuff. Buckingham Palace. Was it Buckingham Palace? Wherever the Queen lives, I was there. I pulled up on the Queen. You know what I'm saying? London was lit. Shout out London. I don't know if London has the prime minister in London is I guess he's a London version of Trump. Apparently, is what I hear. He has blonde hair and he's fucking wild and does dumb shit. Trump, man. Trump is like a girlfriend that doesn't want to break up with you or something. You know, like just a person who's just like, oh, I'm breaking up with you. You're not breaking up with me. Yeah. See, you cheated. You cheated first. Like, nigga, if you don't get the fuck out of the office already so we can just move on with our lives. We want to grow, Donald Trump. Can you let us grow, motherfucker? Like, leave, nigga. Give us the keys to the motherfucking White House and go, my nigga. Like, it's over. The weather when I was in London was actually pretty fucking good. I went in June, so it was a good time to go. Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson sounds like a dweeb. Sounds like a fucking loser. Boris Johnson. I don't know, man. I don't really like politics. I did vote because, honestly, this year I wasn't going to vote until it got so fucking intense. You know what I'm saying? Until it was like, oh, we definitely need to get Trump out of office. Then it became a thing where it's like, I'm going to vote. Just because I don't want this motherfucker to win again. You know what I'm saying? Because at first, after Hillary lost, I don't believe in this shit no more. Like, how do you win and lose? Nobody knew about the Electoral College until 2016, and it was just like, what? This is a thing. This works. You can just say, oh, well, there's a few people that can decide all of this shit for everybody. Don't get me started on politics, yo. Or did I do this? I don't know. Who did this? How did we get here? Who do you run to? I don't know. I just don't believe in it, man. I don't. I think it's all a fucking scam. I think it's all, it's basically like a successful pyramid scheme. You know what I'm saying? Politics, anyway. There's the president is a figurehead, and Congress and all of these other fucking, politicians rule the world. It's all about money, baby. Where the fuck did $5 trillion go? You know what I'm saying? Everybody got 1,200. That did it. That was it. That was $5 trillion. Okay, cool. I didn't know $5 trillion could be spent so easily, so quickly. You know how long it'll take you to spend $1 billion? Like if you literally had $1 billion, I think the math is like you could spend, say, $10,000 a day. Every day you could spend $10,000 if you were a billionaire, and it would still, take you about 275 years to run out of money. Now think about $1 trillion. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is playing games, you feel me? Politicians just lie straight to your face. They lie to your face with no remorse. I don't believe a single fucking one. I don't believe a word that comes out of a politician's mouth, bruh. Not one of them. And I know that's not the right way to feel. It's not the right way to think. And it might just be because of my lack of information and understanding about certain politics and policies and whatnot. But at the bare minimum, you at least expect a person to be honest. And if you can't be that, then nah, fam. Good. I'm good. All right. Yeah, Eric Mack? Eric motherfucking Mack is in the house. What up, Jonathan Leaper? Fire Rabbit, I see you. I see Jerry Price with the question of the day. My favorite question. As if she lives in my back pocket. Hello. Cynthia. How are you down there? I'm quite fine, Snow. Tell Jerry Price I'm quite fine. Okay, Cynthia. In my pocket. I will tell Jerry Price that you are okay. Because he is concerned about you. There you go, Jerry Price. That's what happened to Cynthia. She lives in my pocket now. Let me hold $1. Motherfucker, the super chat is active. Donate to me. You see all these lights? You see that wall back there? I need to paint that shit. You see the reflection in Kendrick Lamar's face in that painting? I need to get rid of it. Donate to me. Adam Brown, what's happening, brother? What's happening, brother? Oh, man. Biggie is under me right now playing with the loudest fucking chew toy that he could possibly have. All right, bro. Come on, bro. Look at this shit. Go. Kids, man. I tell you. Kids. Been peeping my videos for 10 years. That's interesting because I haven't been posting videos for 10 years. But goddamn it, I appreciate it. Uncle Razor. Hey, I hope all is well with you too, man. Laderick Gardner. What happened to All Dev Digital? I have no fucking idea. None. You'd have to write them, maybe an email, a letter. I don't know. Get a stamp, my nigga. Figure it out. What did I write? I wrote some notes, at least topics that I'd like to discuss. I don't really know how to go about doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've wanted to start a podcast for about the last fucking 5 years now. And I finally have the equipment and the capability to do it. No, it's this right here. My fucking dog. Just, you know, dogs will teach. They'll fucking get your attention. That's for sure. That's one thing I'm learning. But I wrote some topics. I'm trying to figure out what I would even call this. I know I'm going to do this every Wednesday morning. I'm going to just get in this chair. I'm going to turn on all this shit. And I'm going to hit live. And I'm going to stream. And I'm going to talk for about an hour every Wednesday morning. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to say. I don't know what topics I'm going to discuss. But tune in. Here, you've heard it here, okay? Every Wednesday, I will be streaming. Every Wednesday morning, anyway. And Wednesday night, tonight, I'll probably game. So come back tonight, I want to say maybe around like 8 or 9 p.m. I'll be streaming. 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know where the fuck you guys are in the world, but I'll be here. Every Wednesday, baby. What did I wrote? Meds are like whiskey. Meds are like whiskey dick. I put that on a pad. I swear I wrote that down right here. Meds are like whiskey dick. I wrote that a week ago. I don't know what I was trying to say, but let's discuss. Um, Listen, I get I get prescribed Percocet like it's fucking Flintstone, vitamins. You know, when Future made Mask Off and he was talking about Percocet, I was like, nigga, I do this. You know what I'm saying? I do this for real, for real. I actually require these meds. But I will say this: don't take Percocet before you're trying to smash. Uh, you know the elephant from Sesame Street? That's what your dick gonna show up looking like. Well, I guess. I mean, we can. If she wants to, maybe we can. I mean, she's not very stimulating, so I'll try my best. That's what your dick gonna be doing if you take Percocet before you try to have sex. The most random topic I could have possibly talked about. No, it's this. Do I have a rat in the background? No, it's this right here. It's this ball. Cause William, what the fuck? Everybody pulling up to the motherfucking stream. What up, nigga? Hey, y'all let me know what y'all hear if there's any problems. Is there echo? I'm sure there's an echo because this is not a fucking insulated room. How's it looking? How's it sounding? Is it lagging? What's the deal? All right. Go get the ball, motherfucker. Get out my face. I'm streaming, my nigga. I'm streaming! Kids, man. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, whiskey dick. My dog is huge plus smart. That's another thing. My dog is fucking huge. Oh, Snuffleupagus. Yeah, you pull up with the Snuffleupagus dick. It's a sad day in the bedroom. I'll tell you that right now. It got the girth. Anyway, cool. What was the next topic? My dog is huge and smart. This dog is fucking huge. Come here, man. Since you want to fucking keep bugging me. Look at this. This motherfucker's 4 months. This dog is huge. Your big ass over there. The nigga's incredibly smart, though. I will say that. The dog is too fucking smart. Okay, the squeaking is cool. Occasional squeaking. All right, buddy. The stream just said fuck this ball. So you gotta go find a bone. You got one. Anyway, any Blue Chew testimonials? What is a Blue Chew? All the stream quality is good? Yes, very nice. It is very nice. Thank you. Yeah, this motherfucker's... He's like smart enough to like sit, stay. I've been teaching him tricks and whatnot. I've been doing all kind of YouTube tutorials, trying to learn how to train this motherfucker. Cause I really wanted an attack dog. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a tag dog. I want a dog that I could just snap my finger and this motherfucker just, just jumps on the motherfucker. But he's almost there. We'll get there slowly but surely. He's just taking light commands. All right, what else is on this page? Yo, you know what? I've also been watching a lot of different podcasts. Blue Chew is a pet toy for owners that is just have it delivered. I haven't had a Blue Chew for pet. Nigga, you biting my fucking hoodie. Watch out, bro. Pet owners just to have it delivered. Nah, see, I saw, first of all, Dope72 Dubs just donated $5 to the super chat. My guy! Thank you, brother. I'll invest in a Blue Chew toy. Yeah, I'm just getting the hang of this, y'all. Like, I wasn't a dog owner until literally like a year ago. Before that, I didn't imagine myself being a dog owner. I ended up coming to Compton, and my brother had a dog, and the neighbor had a dog, and those two dogs met, they fucked, and boom, I became the dad of a new dog. Actually, I went from 0 dogs to 7 dogs, because that dog had 5 puppies, and those puppies got raised in this room that I'm in right now. But it was clearly before I had all of this stuff set up for the stream. And dog, I never want to do it again. I was raising dogs. Like, you really got to be, on these motherfuckers, or else they'll die. Like, they'll really fucking just die on you, and you come back and you'll be like, oh damn, the dog just, we down to 4, But I was basically this dog's doula. I pulled him out the badge, wiped him off. His placenta was right there. The mom was chewing it. I was like, if you don't stop chewing the goddamn placenta, bitch. I can call her a bitch because that's what she is. And he was the only boy, All the other ones were girls. There was 4 girls, 1 boy. He was the biggest one. He was fat and black. That's why I call him Biggie. That's his name. And I love this little fucker now. Like, I'm a full-fledged dog dad. Did not know that it would be for me, but it's for me. I love it. I can't imagine a life without him now. Especially during quarantine. I'm living in his house by myself. Now I have company. I'm talking to a dog. I'm not talking to myself anymore. That has to be a step in the right direction, right? I don't know. Biggest tip training with animals in my personal experience would be talking to them as much as possible with the same phrase while doing the same thing every time. That is true, baby! You gotta have, it's called conditioning. You know what I'm saying? You gotta condition them and basically do the same thing every time. Like, I have commands with him, non-verbal ones. This is sit. This is down. This is ashy. No, yeah, he listens. He fucking listens. I was watching, what was I watching? I was watching Joe Rogan's podcast with Dave Chappelle and Donnell Rawlins. And Donnell Rawlins had a dog. He had a little bitty pocket dog you could put in a purse or a backpack or whatever. And Joe Rogan was talking about how dogs can like listen and sort of like try to put together what it is that you're saying. If he says, you want to play with the ball? The dog will go sit by the ball. He's like, you want to go outside? The dog will go by the door and go outside. Like, dogs know. You know what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers are listening to us secretly. I wonder if they're like laughing at our conversations in their head. Like, he's still arguing with that bitch. Like, little do we know. I don't know, y'all. I'm a motherfucking dog owner now, that's for sure. I am. Man, it's crazy. Like, I remember watching the Joe Rogan podcast. I was thinking about the time where I was, when, we could do stand-up. Remember that? We would go to comedy clubs and talk and make jokes and make people laugh. Remember that? And I was at the Comedy Store because that's where these niggas hang out. And I did... What was it? Kill Tony. I did Kill Tony. Look up Kill Tony number 200 and you'll find this guy. I did my minute, killed it, and Ron White was there, Dave Attell was there, Tony Hinchcliffe, Jeremiah Watkins, if you know. And, basically how that show works is they draw names out of a bucket. If you get called, you get to go on stage and do 60 seconds of time. And after that time, you talk to them on the podcast. And so that's what happened. And we had a cool little interview. Brian Redband was there. And Brian Redband is a friend of Joe Rogan. And so Brian was so impressed by my set. And he was so cool. I did his podcast and we talked afterwards. And one night when I was at the store, Joe Rogan was there in the kitchen talking to some girls or whatever. And Brian was like, yeah, let me introduce you to Joe. And so... the reason why is because I had worked on Fear Factor before. I was actually a host producer on Fear Factor for Ludacris. And it was first of all, it was probably one of the most fun fucking shows I've ever worked on because you actually get to see cars blow up and crash and they throw them off of hills and mountains and shit. There's helicopter pilots, the same helicopter pilots who film all of Christopher Nolan's movies was working at Fear Factor. Motherfucker had to be making at least $1 million flying helicopters. They fly them like they're drones, fam. They flew 2 helicopters so close in proximity to one another, so effortlessly, you could see why they got paid top dollar for what they did. And why Christopher Nolan would hire them to fucking film and fly planes and helicopters in Dunkirk or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shit was wild. to get to see that. But I was writing jokes and copy for Ludacris. I remember one time Ludacris, we had a show where it was like teams had to tag team. It was teams of two, right? And these girls were there that wanted to compete against other guys, and these girls were like, I don't know. She was kind of like a little butch. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say she's lesbian because she didn't claim to be lesbian, and her partner was her sister. But you could tell they had a different type of chemistry, right? And my job was to sort of feed Ludacris lines. I'm literally in his ear. There's a piece in his ear that you can't see on TV, and I'm in the trailer, and I'm telling him, jokes when I see an opportunity to pitch a joke, right? And these two girls, one of them was butch, one of them was a little bit more feminine. They were like, "Yo, yeah, we're just here to." Ludacris asked him, he was like, "So what brings you to Fear Factor? Like, why do you want to do this?" And she was like, "Oh, we just want to dominate all the men. We just want to beat them, and we want to show them that we could do anything that they do, if not better than them." And then I was in his ear. I was like, "Nigga, ask her who hurt you." And he was like, "Nah, nigga, I'm not about to do that." Like sometimes you get people who just don't want to say the shit that you feed them, and you just got to eat that. But anyway, I worked on Fear Factor. Brian Redband knew this, and he wanted to introduce me to Joe Rogan. And so I go there, and I walk up to him, and Brian's like, "Yeah, so this is Snow. He worked on Fear Factor like you. He's a really funny comic, blah, blah, blah." And Joe Rogan's just like, "Okay. So?" I was like, "God damn, Joe Rogan. I'm a person too. Like I get that we didn't mesh well or whatever, but nigga, like we got something in common. Let me leave you to the bitches that you were talking to. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt." Joe Rogan's a cool guy though, He's a cool guy. I thought Who Hurt You would have been gold too. Ludacris, however, did not. Joe Rogan don't care. I'm gonna tell you a little something about me you may not know, Joe Rogan. I smoke rocks. I should have said that to him. See what he said. Anyway, yeah, celebs, man. Celebs are interesting when you meet them, Very interesting. They always I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect meeting Joe Rogan. I don't know what to expect whenever I fucking meet a celebrity at a job that I do. Damn, you've done everything. You gotta be like 46? Nah. No. I'll be happy when I get to that age because I made it. You know what I'm saying? By the time I'm 36, I'll have 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. Maybe I'll be consistent. Yeah. Anyway. Celebs are always interesting to meet. Ludacris is actually a really cool dude. Very rich. Very cool dude. And who else did I meet that was very strange? Yo, there's celebs that made there's a couple of celebs that have made passes at me. You know what I'm saying, on shows. I would write for award shows or do comedy clubs. Like I remember when I was in New York just 2 years ago. If anybody has seen Stage Time on my YouTube channel, which is basically like a documentary of me and my homie Deshaun in New York tackling the comedy circuit, right? There was one day I went by myself to the Comedy Cellar, and one of my homeboys, Ricky Velez, pulled me into the back because you got to have a comic take you into... You can't just go to the club. Like, if you're a comic... Like, in L.A., if you're a comic, and a lot of other states, if you're a comic, you can just pull up to a club and go inside and watch the show. Because you're a comic. You don't have to pay to get in. That's what you can fucking do. In New York, it's the same at certain clubs. Other clubs, like the Cellar, if you're unknown, they don't let you in. You got to have somebody vouch for you or pull you into the club. And so the homie Ricky did that. And I had Craig Robinson do that too. Craig Robinson? Yeah. He was the same guy that basically helped bring Kevin Hart up in New York. But anyway, I'm in the cellar, right, one day, and Tiffany Haddish walks in. And this was right after Girls Trip. She comes down, and all the comics are like gloating about her and whatnot, but also trying not to be fanboys and shit. And then somebody breaks the ice and asks her for a picture. And then all the other comics line up and start asking her for pictures, and they start taking the selfies and the regular over-the-shoulder pictures and whatnot. And I wanted one too, goddamn it, it's Tiffany Haddish. She taking pictures, I'm gonna fucking get mine. And so I was like, I don't want just a regular picture, I want a prom picture. You know, like, let's do the prom pose. You put your ass on me, I put my arms around you, and we take the picture. And so that's what the fuck she did. She was like, yep, I'll take it. But she didn't just do that. Like, she grabbed me and pulled me and all of that shit. And it was very intentional. I'll say that. And I didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it wasn't the only time something like that happened to me. Like, I was like, I don't want to make a fool of my fucking self in front of her and all of these comics by trying to like get her number or some shit. But like, she damn sure put that thickness up on her, brother. You feel me? And I froze like a fucking deer in the headlights. Not afraid or ashamed to admit it. I have the picture. I took it off my Instagram, but there's a picture of me and Tiffany. I'll actually listen. If put it like this, if you guys want to see the picture, the prom picture that I took with Tiffany Haddish, go to my Instagram at JSnowPro and comment on the last post, Tiff. If I get 10 tips, because I got 30 viewers, if I get 10 tips on my last post, I'll post the Tiffany Haddish photo on my story. I won't post it on my page because it's just too fucking random. But I'll post it for you guys to see it. At JSnowPro on Instagram. Put Tiff on my last post and I'll post it on my story just so you guys can see it. That wasn't the only time like anybody has like tried to make a pass at me, you know what I'm saying, on a job. Like, this Me Too shit goes both ways, people. It goes both ways, you feel me? What was it? I was doing a show in Vegas. I was writing on a show out there. And I was working with Erykah Badu. And it was, first of all, Erykah Badu is a very magical person. She's majestic. She smells amazing. Whenever you see her, she always has weird stuff on her nails and clothes and jewelry you'll never find anywhere. And she was hosting this show where we were writing jokes for her. And we were in this room one day. And we were in the writer's room trying to come up with jokes for her monologue. Now it's like a good 10 to 12 people in this room. My boss, my boss's boss, the executive producer of the production company that's putting on the show. So big wigs in this motherfucker. And then 3 or 4 of some very, very talented high profile writers who've written some of your favorite fucking shows. And Erykah Badu at this table. We're all pitching jokes for her monologue, trying to figure out how to, make one thing connect to the next. And everybody's bricking, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucking, the writers are throwing out their jokes and whatnot. And I'm kind of like the silent assassin in these rooms. Like I kind of just sort of, at the time I would sort of stay to myself because it was a little bit intimidating to be in that room. But also, I didn't want to be the guy that was just trying to, throw up shots and missing. So I'm a little more calculated in that situation. Everybody's throwing up shots, they throwing up joke pitches and brick. No laughs. And then it settles. And then that was when I snuck in a jab. Boom, pitch a joke, kills the room. Everybody dies laughing and shit. They love it. They was like, that's what we're going to do. That's where we're going to go. It felt good. Those like the best moments when your joke lands and everybody else's didn't. And then the laugh dwindles. And it gets a little quiet. And 2 seats away from me is Erykah. She leans up at this table and she looks at me and she's like, that was funny. I might give you some pussy for that later. And that's my reaction. I was like, everybody looked at me like, nigga, what you gonna do? And I was just like, shit, I guess you gotta make me put my phone down. Like, I didn't know what to say. It was the height of the Me Too movement. Niggas was dropping left and right from accusations of sexual harassment. And I knew the room that Erica stayed in. We went to her suite before we went to the writer's room. And it was just like, so do I just show up? I'm here with my dick and a ribbon. I don't know what to do. I was blown away that this woman, this majestic woman that is fucking laced everybody's lives with the best, most magical music you could hear, just said the words to me, I might give you some pussy later. Wow. That was probably my most memorable encounter with a celeb, a female celeb, right? That is kind of low-key made it past me. And then not only that, afterwards, motherfuckers was like, so did you go to her room? Did you and Erica link up? Like, don't ask me that. Like, I don't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I was like a deer in headlights, straight up. I didn't know what to do. Some niggas I used to work with was getting me too. I didn't know. Like, I'm not about to be the nigga that's just like, nah, son. My career ain't even really start like that yet. Erica, don't do this to me. She won't remember, but she might remember, actually. But I'm not, Nobody record and post this, because I don't need, listen, I got plans, all right? I got a life I'm trying to create. I got films I'm trying to make. I got shit I'm trying to do for y'all. So don't nobody recycle this story and put it out there into the world. I'm literally live streaming and telling y'all not to put it out into the world. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah, man. Crazy shit has happened. And these are just like stories I'm thinking about right now. I'm telling you. Let me let me keep doing this. Trust me, y'all gonna hear some motherfucking stories, fam. I got some stories, dog. I can't get into it all right now. This was supposed to be a test stream, I think. The people who watch this stream later are gonna start this stream and see the early first 10 minutes of it and click off and be like, oh, this is nothing, this isn't funny. They gonna miss the whole motherfucking Erykah Badu story. Nah, man. For real, man. Hey, man. Don't share a clip, man. Why is your name man? Y'all need another story? Fuck. I don't know. I gotta think of some more interesting stuff that has happened. Actually, here's a funny story. I was talking to this girl last week about politics and everything. And Kamala. And she said something that was quite fucking interesting. She said Kamala used to date. She's married to a white man now. I'm gonna be test streaming until the fucking end of time. But yeah, Kamala used to date Montel Williams, the guy from the actual show, Montel, the daytime talk show. Y'all remember that? She used to date this dude. But I thought that it was in my head, I heard, she said Montel Williams, but in my head I heard Montel Jordan. And I just went down this rabbit hole of thoughts of Kamala Harris dating Montel Jordan pre-hit records. You know what I'm saying? What would that look like at all? You know what I'm saying? I feel like Montel Jordan would be a shitty boyfriend too. A really shitty boyfriend. Maybe, they're going through their issues and shit back in the 90s or whenever the fuck his career didn't blow up or whatever yet. And she's just there for him. She's the best fucking girlfriend. She's the more supportive person. She's always at his shows. He's performing at the mall next to a fucking pizza stand or a kiosk or some shit at the time. and shit's just not popping off for him. You know, he's probably trying to piece together rhinestone jeans or some shit for his performance so he can stand out a little bit, and she's there supporting him and whatnot. He's getting ready for a show, and he rips his jeans heading out the door, and he's just mad and shit, and he's flipping out, and he's got a temper, and he's taking it out on Kamala, and she's just like, calm down, Montel, calm down. And he's just like, no, Kamala, this is important to me. I need these rhinestone jeans for this show. Think I'm gonna look like a fool out there, Kamala Harris? Well, what do you want to do, Montel? I just gotta fucking sew these up together. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta sew them back up and give me the goddamn sewing machine. And she brings it out for him and then gives it to him, sets it down. He starts trying to sew his jeans back together and he's fucking it up because he doesn't know how to do it. He's getting frustrated because he has another show at the mall in front of a fucking electronics boutique. If y'all know what that is, throwback. He's struggling to try to fucking sew his patch, his jeans back together, and Kamala's just like, listen, baby, listen, let me calm down. Let me show you how to do this, all right? This is how you do it. Montel's like, wait, what? What'd you say? This is how you do it. What'd you say, Kamala? I said this is how you do it. And he's just like, aha. This is how you do it. That's it. That's the next thing. Oh man, what? And now he's trying to harmonize it and shit. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you. This is how. This is. This. Ooh. This is how you. This is how you do it. And then boom, he blows up. He makes his hit record, and he becomes Montel Jordan. And then he becomes a shitty boyfriend to Kamala Harris. And she's like, you know what? Fuck niggas. Fuck entertainment. I'm dating white men. And that was, you know, what led her to politics. Montel Jordan and the shitty relationship that she had with him. In my head, that's what happened. Because that's what happens in my head. My imagination is fucking ridiculous sometimes. Right? What if you do see Kamala in the background of a fucking Montel Jordan video? And we hadn't known this whole time. What up, Leon Lippert? I said that wrong, read that fast. My bad, I got ADHD, don't mind me. Let's see. Yeah, man. How's it dealing with sickle cell disease during the pandemic? Way to kill a vibe. No, I'm joking. How's it dealing with sickle cell during the pandemic? At first it was scary. It was a little terrifying. I was like, damn, can I go outside? I'm one of the motherfucking people with a pre-existing condition that these niggas is talking about. Should I not breathe? Can I go to the grocery store? I was still rolling the dice, baby. I was still out there like, let me get some pancakes. I need to go to the store and get some blunt wraps. No, I'm going to the weed store. You know, rolling the motherfucking dice, baby. Pull up, let's do it. Fighting bitches over. It was wild, man. It was like, it's very terrifying. Honestly, you know how some people say that they feel like they had COVID before COVID was announced, like last year or whatever? Maybe they had like a fever or something like that, flu-like symptoms, and it just was a bad illness for them. That happened to me too. It happened to me in April though. And at the end of April, I remember it like it was fucking yesterday because it was a horrible time. At April 20th, around April 20th, I had a fever that lasted, no lie, 22 days. For 22 days from April to like the second week of May, I had a fever that was over at least 101 degrees. It got up to like 105 a couple of times. Non-stop fever, 22 days, no fucking cold, no sneezing, no coughing, nothing, just a fever for 3 weeks. I went to the doctor, I got 2 COVID tests, and then like maybe 2 more, all of them negative. From the nose, I got the one that stuck in my brain. First of all, the thing was like this long, right? And they only supposed to stick this much into your nose, right? The tip of the cotton thing. This motherfucker stuck this shit so far up my nose, I felt his thumb on my nostril. You know, like you're not supposed to feel the thumb of the nostril. This is where this shit was, fam. That shit you be seeing where they just do a little this on the tip of your nostrils it wasn't around in April. So they was putting that shit all the way up here. I'm like, if I don't got COVID, I got brain damage. Now, motherfucker, 3 weeks I had a fever. I thought it was over for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why when I dip off YouTube subscribers who've been here for the past 7 years, who have seen me be very inconsistent, these are the times where I dip off and I just don't create shit because I'm dealing with a fever for fucking 3 weeks straight. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm in the hospital, or I'm traveling, or, you know, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that you don't really know about. But we're going to settle that with this podcast, baby. I'm going to be as communicative and whatnot to you motherfuckers as possible with this shit. We just going to talk, baby. But yeah, man, that shit was terrible. Sickle cell, while being a part of the pandemic, is just, I don't know. Honestly, it's just a matter of, like, how you lived before the quarantine is how you live during the quarantine. It's just amplified. You only get to see a more amplified version of yourself. And I would always be home. I would be writing. I would be focusing on an idea or something that I wanted to do. A film that I wanted to write, a show that I wanted to write. And that's kind of the same thing that I did during quarantine. You know, I would sort of stay to myself. I would write. I would go get food. I would come home and I wouldn't do much. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that changed is that I can't go to comedy shows. I can't go to stand-up club. Like, that sucks, but also it's something that, like, even now, I'm weary about it because I still don't want to go to groups and crowds and shit. And some of these shows are socially distanced, but it's still motherfuckers there from all kinds of places that you don't know. And I ain't trying to roll the dice around a bunch of unknown motherfuckers. I'll do that if I gotta go to the grocery store because I gotta get food, baby. I got to eat. That's the only thing that has been different about having sickle cell during the pandemic is just not being able to go to comedy shows. And yeah, you know, I work out more. I'm healthier in that regard. I meditate more. I like, COVID has sort of helped me. Like, it cut the bullshit. It cut the distractions, is what I should say. It limited the distractions immensely. Like, you have the time to do the things that you said you didn't have time to do. You have the time to focus on those things. There is no excuse at this point. And that's what COVID has kind of, like, done for me. It's just, you know, forced me to focus. I didn't catch COVID. I've had, at this point, right after that situation in May when I was like when I had the fever for like 3 weeks, I started working on this other show that required me to take a COVID test every single fucking week, at least twice a week, 2 times a week. So at this point, this year, I've had to have had at least like 50 COVID tests. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've gotten tested a lot. Done the fucking mouth swabs, the nose swabs, the brain swabs, all of it. Out of curiosity, mine. What's up, mine? Out of curiosity, what do you choose to do to meditate? What do I choose to do to meditate? It's a very odd question, mine. You started using sea moss, liquid vitamins, and my smoothies and healthy eating before December, causing predicted to come to America. What do I choose to do to meditate? How I meditate is very simple. I do it early in the morning before my brain gets to, like, you know, moving at a fucking 100 miles an hour. Because once I start thinking too much, then I can't settle. So I'll do it first thing in the morning when I wake up. And I'll set my timer for like 15 minutes. The first 5 minutes that I try to meditate, my brain's going all kinds of crazy. And you're not supposed to stop those thoughts. Like, most people will say, try to calm your mind and stop thinking. Don't stop thinking. Think, you know? But the key to meditation is breathing. That's it. Everybody thinks it's about shutting your mind off and sitting still and whatnot. Yeah, those are components, but the key is breathing. That's the real magic. Breathing will help you with everything. It'll help you with, like, sports. It'll help you with like just anything, really anything you could think of. You know, everything's linked to breathing. So what I do is I count my breaths. In, one, out, two, in, three, out, four, and you do that till you get to 10. By the time you get to 10, you start over again. In, one, out, two, in, three, you know, and you just keep counting your breaths until you're breathing automatically and you don't have to count anymore. Once you don't have to count anymore and you're just doing the breathing, then you start to fall into some sort of a meditative state, you know, and you start to shut off your thoughts, or your thoughts become very clear. When I write, I meditate before I write. Like if I hit writer's block, or if the ideas aren't flowing as freely as I'd like them to, I meditate, because that puts me into the story and I could actually like navigate it better and see where I want to go, what I want to do, how I want to do things, what I want to say, what characters say. So meditation, man, that shit helps for me in a lot of ways. But getting into it is like sort of difficult if you've never done it before. So if you're trying to start meditating, I would suggest that you just start with like 5 minutes. Just try to sit in the same spot for 5 minutes, close your eyes, and do the breathing. Once you can do the 5 minutes, no problem, then move up to 10. Once you can do 10, then 15. You know, you want to get to a point to where you can at least meditate for 10 minutes every day. At least 10 minutes every day. You know, and that shit will, like, that's how I start my day, baby. I start my day with a meditation, baby. That's the foundation. Every day I start my day with a meditation, because no matter how chaotic my day gets, I can always come back to that piece that I started, that foundation that I laid early in the morning. So do that. I'm very anxious too, baby. I got ADHD. I have anxiety, very severe anxiety. I have severe manic depressive disorder. I have all the things, baby. All the things. So take it from me. Meditation is key. It helps. Just get into the habit of doing it. That's the thing. You just got to create a habit. You know how, like, creating a habit is easy if you look at it in steps, you know? They say it takes 21 days to create a habit and 21 days to end a habit. Get in the habit of doing a meditation when you wake up at first thing in the morning. Just like you already have a habit of brushing your teeth before you go to bed or after you wake up or whatever. Like, if you have that habit, you can create new habits. You just got to find the place to put it in your day. There's this thing called the habit loop. I read this in, I don't know, The Power of Habit or something like. I read it in a book, right? They said there's this thing called the habit loop, where the habit loop is a cue, right? You get the idea to do something, the routine, you do the thing, and the reward, the payoff for the thing. That's the habit. Like, that's the habit. Say if somebody smokes, like if you like, I just saying the word smoke triggered somebody's cue. The routine will be to go get the cigarette, and the reward is smoking the cigarette. The way to change the habit is to change the routine. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing you want to change. Not the cue, not the reward. You want to change the routine. So what that means is, say I want to stop scrolling on my phone for extended hours at a time, or 30 minutes or whatnot, right? What I would do is, when I feel the cue to grab my phone and get on social media, I would then change the routine, which is I would get on my phone and go to my notes instead of Instagram or social media and write something down. Why do I want to scroll on social media? Just that simple change. It doesn't have to be that. It could be something else. It could be take a walk. It could be anything. But you want to change the routine, right? Why do I want to get on Instagram? I wanted to get on Instagram because I wanted to see some thirst traps. I know some bitches was posting some titties and I just didn't want to miss them. You know, the algorithm will have me fucking missing them. That's why. And then boom, the reward is I didn't get on Instagram. I didn't get on social media. So, yeah. Change the routine, baby. Bro, change your category on... Wait, what is it on Twitch? Category on Twitch to just chatting so you can be shown on the list. I don't even know how to do that, baby. You said change the category on Twitch to just chatting so I can be shown on the list. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, man. Listen, I got some wisdom to sprinkle on y'all. I'm sprinkling it. Sprinkling the wisdom. You feel me? Mine. How do I get into comedy during the pandemic and I'm older than you? Mr. O. Morris Kapil Cosby. But first of all, nigga, change your name. That's way too long. That's how you get into comedy, because ain't nobody gonna remember that shit. Mr. O, okay, but all that shit after Mr. O, what the fuck is that? Uh, I'm sure it's funny if I could actually read it out, but I'm dyslexic, so it's really difficult. But how do you get into comedy during the pandemic? You do what the fuck I'm doing right now. You stream. That's it. Stream and talk. Share your ideas with the world. Share them. That's how you get into comedy during the pandemic. Simple. Expect you taking the time to explain your thoughts on this. Literally everything you mentioned down to the smoking are all issues for me, so I try my best to apply what you said. Yeah, man, I used to smoke. I used to be a smoker. I used to smoke American Spirits. Used to smoke that during my comedy days and in 17, 18, that was when I was smoking. And I mean, I don't have an addictive personality, so once I decide to stop smoking or stop doing something, I can do it. Also, I have a built-in reset button that's called sickle cell anemia. So whenever that shit acts up and it's just like, oh, you need to stop doing this, my body will let me know very quickly that I need to stop doing something. Man. Yeah, man. It's not easy getting rid of some ugly habits like that, though. For real. How do I change my category on Twitch? Twitch people. Twitchers. How do I change it to whatever I should change it to? To just chatting. Just chatting. Anyway. Ooh. I guess that was that. That was an hour. That was an hour, ladies and gentlemen. We did that. That was the first of many Wednesday morning podcasts. I guess that's what I should call it, Wednesday morning. I mean, Bill Burr has Monday morning. I don't want to be biting off of Bill Burr, the great Bill Burr. But Wednesday morning might be my thing, baby. It might be the bag. Listen, tune in tonight, because tonight I'll be streaming a game. I don't really know what game I'm gonna play, but I'll figure it out. I'll be back online tonight at 9 p.m. Let's say 9 p.m. I'll be streaming. 9 p.m. or sooner. I know that's super fucking late for everybody else. But every Wednesday morning, I'll do this. I'll just get on. I'll write down some topics or whatever, and we'll discuss. We'll have some fun. We'll drink some tea. We'll make it a morning every Wednesday morning, and then every Wednesday night I'll stream and game with you all. So fuck with me. Follow me on Twitch at JSnowPlays, PLAYZ. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and everything else. Subscribe on YouTube at JSnowPro. And yeah, I'll see you motherfuckers. I'll see y'all tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you are on the East Coast or in another state or something like that, or country or whatever, I do apologize. The stream will be up on Twitch so you can watch it at a later time, at a more suitable time. All right, man. Say bye, Biggie. He's over there asleep because I took his ball. So, all right, y'all. See y'all tonight at 9 p.m. That is all.